My name is Robin Nicole, and I was born on May 8th, 1972. I came in on the Heralds of Light frequency as a way shower of freedom, along with the energy of independence for all. I came to hold the light. I came to help make the world a better place to live in. I also came in with a Chiron wounding in Aries, which means I have a deep core wound around empowerment, self-worth, and rejection. My parents named me Robin, not just because the robin bird is the first sign of spring, but to remind me that I was born to fly, to spread my wings and soar through life, and that I am allowed to take up space in this world. I matter, and I can make a difference to myself and others. I come to finally remember, to finally break the chains that bind, to finally turn the key and open my heart to joy, peace, and happiness. I do this in so many ways that it is way too much to explain in a short bio. I am not just one thing, and I never feel as though I have arrived. As every moment new beliefs arise and new mysteries unfold, I change and evolve. I am light. I am and always will strive to make a difference, to help my fellow man grow and evolve around me, to teach by example, and to always speak my truth. I invite you to get to know me, explore through the eyes of Robin's world. My world revolves around color, around sound, around always seeking to connect fully with my higher self. When I am fully in balance, I create so many things. I am a way shower. I am an artist. I am a channeler of all that is. I am a starlight master who puts one foot in front of the other, even through the toughest of times, and push through adversity to shine my light out into the world as bright as I possibly can. Hello, beautiful beings of light. Today is August 7th, 2022, the day before the Lionsgate Portal. And I just want to give a shout out before I go any farther to a friend of mine, a new follower that has really been helping me out. She sent me these lovely designer sunglasses. Thank you, Toro, for sending these to me. She sent them to me after she had heard the story about my lovely little Labradoodle Neo, who decided to chew up my other sunglasses on me. And she felt sorry for me, so she sent me this beautiful pair. I have to keep them away from Neo, so I keep them in the car. And I had them on today, so I said I wanted to make a shout out before that. So today, I really am surprised I'm actually out here in the forest doing this video blog today, because I hadn't really been feeling well like the last couple of weeks. I really got hit by a Chiron wounding in Aries, which I am. I got hit with a really deep wound that struck me like lightning, actually. It kind of like came up without me being like really expecting that it was going to come out. And I have been dealing with this for about a week and a half, and I'm finally at the stage where I think I'm coming out of it, and I have worked through the issues, and I'm able to kind of like speak about it. So I thought today, like after the plan is I'm going to do a channeling or some kind of a special meditation or journey through the Lionsgate Portal for everybody. But I want to, before I do that, I was in the pool and I was swimming, and I just want to talk about this. I want to talk about this wound that I have, this and what came up for me, because I think it's important to tell you how I worked through it, and because like you might be feeling the same way, your woundings might be coming up, and I just thought it would be very important to talk about this. So what happened, and I'm not going to like name names, or I don't want to like really tell you like the full details, just for the privacy of other people. But what happened was, I have this friend who has been working through some stuff where she has been trying to figure out how to get her, she has written a book and it's kind of gone stagnant, and she's trying to figure out how to get it out to the world. And I had been helping her, and I've been like, we were pulling cards around it, and I had been trying to like help give her advice, and I was being guided to guide her to a person who I love dearly. And this person, because I felt like I couldn't help her, and so I got a fly on the camera. You can sit on the camera, you little fly. I hope it's not a horse fly, because I'd be getting bit. I don't want to get bit. Okay, so let me just change the camera a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I was strongly being guided to connect her with another person. Now, this other person, I have had plans that eventually this person's going to help me get my dreams out there, like everything that I'm trying to do, my mission and everything. And I really have hopes that I'll be able to work with this person in like a more like profound way or whatever, right? And so I just kind of felt that my friend needed to connect with her and avail of her services. And everything was going fine, and I had been kind of like, oh, I'm going to save because I know that in order to get where I need to go, I'm going to need to spend some money. And so I just kind of like have been letting it that way. I've been trying to save to get my book published and all this stuff, right? And get my products out there. And so that was all going well and good. So I sent her to this lady, and everything was fine. My wound wasn't hitting me or anything like that. And then I got struck by my wounding. Okay, so my wounding is my Chiron wounding is in Aries, and it's all about rejection, not feeling worthy, abandonment issues, rejection, all this kind of stuff, right? And so my friend went to this other friend and availed of her services, and then she got this like proposal about like so that she can take her farther, so that because my friend needs a team, she needs help to take her farther, to get her book out there, to help get her like marketed, right? And I'm all happy for it, like I'm all excited for her. And but what happened to me, something was happening to me inside myself for like a couple of days, and I had been kind of like, I don't know why I was feeling this way, but there was parts of me, I think I had come to a realization. So like I woke up, I had taken a nap, and I woke up about 11 o'clock, and I had taken a nap, like, I don't know, I fell asleep around 9 o'clock in the evening or something. And I woke up around 11 with this overwhelming anxiety. this overwhelming like feeling of despair, because I was coming to the realization that I think I'm in over my head. I felt like there's no way I can achieve this goal. I felt like there was this mountain that I was climbing that I was never going to get to the top. And I had all this anxiety going around because I was feeling like I wasn't good enough, that I would never have enough money to actually, never be able to come up with the money. I was going, never, never, never. All this stuff was coming up in my mind. And you're not supposed to talk about this. You're not supposed to say the word never. But I was like feeling that way. And so I was just like, I had come to the realization. I was stunned. And I was like, there is no way that I will ever have enough money to be able to use this person's services to do what I need to do, like to get out there in the world. And then I started kind of like feeling sorry for myself, and I started crying and everything, and I was talking to my guides, and I was like, why would you put me into this world? You plumped me into this world, and you have this, give me this mission, this purpose, as a way shower of freedom, to come out here and show people how it's done or whatever, like to help people like free themselves and everything. But then you make it so hard for me. Like, why does it have to be so hard? Why do I always have to have the hard road instead of the easier road and have like this team behind me and everything? Why do I have to always work so hard to get to the goal? I've always had to do everything for myself. I've never really, I'm using the words never. I know I shouldn't be using it, but like I'm trying to explain this. So I was in this zone where I was like, I've never had enough money to do anything, to avail of anybody's services, to have like sessions with people and do this and do that and everything else that everybody else is doing to like make everything go faster for me. I've always had to work really hard. Even like when I was younger, I remember when I had first moved out of my parents' house and I was living in my own flat, and I had a car, and then all of a sudden my car broke down and I didn't have a car anymore, and I was working 3 jobs, and I had to like go like quite a big distance in between these jobs to like make ends meet. So I was working 3 jobs because I couldn't get a full-time job to for anything. There wasn't anything in my area for this full-time job. So I was working in this, like, I was making donuts. I was working at a grocery store, bakery. I was making donuts in the middle of the night, and then I would get done with that, and then I'd go to this bagel shop, and I would serve people bagels for like 4 or 5 hours, and then I would get done with that, and then I'd go to this like clothing store, this J.C. Penney's is where I worked. If anybody knows that, I was working at J.C. Penney's in the evening time, and then I would come back home and I'd get a couple hours of sleep, and then I'd be back over to the bakery. And so this is what I was doing, trying to like make ends meet. And my car broke down, and I then had to like, I remember riding my bike through the, even in the winter, through the snow. I had this like bike, and I'm like trying to get through there because like it was so long of a distance to get everywhere. And I remember nobody would co-sign for me so that I could get a car. And I was like, it's just, everything was always hard, and I always had to like work really hard to get what I needed to do, and I always had to like do it myself. Never seemed to have, it's like, I had this song, this song goes, do it all, everything on our own. If I lay here, would you lay with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told, before we get too old. You know that song. So that song always comes on, and every time I start feeling sorry for myself, it's like, you know what, you're gonna just have to do this all yourself. But there was a part of me that night when I woke up and I had this anxiety, and I started getting a little bit jealous of, I started like picturing all these people that I had interviewed that worked with this person, and I thought, how come they all get to have, like, they all get to work with her, they all get to have, like, they all just, I felt like we just throw some money at it and then we get it, like, and everybody has this like big brand and they're all like out there and everything, and I was just like, why does it have to be so hard? Why? And I was feeling like maybe my goals, and I remember feeling so sorry for myself that night, and I was feeling my goals, maybe I am striving too high. Maybe I shouldn't try to achieve what I'm trying to achieve, and maybe I'm just always going to be like sitting here. I was like, I'm always going to be sitting here in this house, and I'm not meant to shine. That's the way I was feeling. And so I cried it out, and I just cried it out for a long time. And then I got up and I went to the bathroom and I took a shower. And then that didn't help. Usually sometimes if I take a shower, I think it was like about 1 o'clock in the morning by this stage. And I said, I'll take a shower. Maybe I took the shower afterwards. Okay, so I went into my room, into my office. And I decided, okay, I'm going to journal about this. And so I just started journaling how I was feeling and get it all out there. Put it all out. How come I can't do this? How come it's not good for me? How am I never ever meant to do this? You know, this kind of thing, right? And guides, why have you plopped me into this world? I just don't want to be here no more. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to work so hard to like get to where I need to go. And it's just like no matter what I do, I was feeling like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't ever going to be able to do what it is that I came here to do, this mission that was put in front of me. Like, and then I wrote it all down, and then I said, okay, I pulled, because I wasn't in any state to be able to connect with my guides or anything like that. So when I was in that kind of state, I decided, okay, I'm going to pull some cards around this, because that's like my communication between what my guides want to tell me. And so I pulled, like, I don't know, like 5 cards, I think, from different decks. And then I started journaling about what these cards meant and how they would help me. And they reminded me that maybe I'm already at the top of the mountain. And that maybe, just maybe, I am doing exactly what I'm meant to be doing in exactly the right time, and that I'm not meant to do it the way other people are doing it, and that going at it the slow way that I've been going at it is probably the more comfortable way for me. I was shown that even if this magic fairy came down and threw like all this money at me and said, here, you can go work with this person now, and a magic fairy came in and said, okay, or something happened to make it so that I could do this with this person, or like publish my book and get all marketing and, you know, have like have interviews on all these like places where people would start like wanting to buy my book and buy my products and make it so that I could get my message out to the world. Even if all that happened and it came there and it was plopped in front of me and it was said, here you go, the magic wand is here, let's go, Robin, I wouldn't be ready. I wouldn't be ready because I'm still creating the content. I'm still doing the prototypes of all of the things that I'm being shown. It's not time to go out there into the world and push all this out there yet. I am exactly where I'm meant to be. And then they reminded me, just as from my bio, you saw my bio that I play at the beginning of the thing. My parents named me Robin, not because it was the first sign of spring. They named me Robin to remind me that I am here to soar. I am here to fly. And I am here to shine my light out as bright as I possibly can, even through all of the adversity. And that maybe, just maybe, I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, doing exactly what I'm meant to do. And I was like, okay. Then I was able to go to sleep. I was able to sit down with it. But I was still feeling a little bit sorry for myself. But I didn't feel so bad. And then the next morning, I told my friend what I had gone through as far as like what had happened. And she felt so bad. And I was like, no, you don't need to feel bad. This I had to see. This was a wound that I needed to work on, that I needed to go through, and I needed to feel it, and I needed to work through it, and I needed to let go of everything. And everything is perfect, just the way it is. And so then this friend says to me, you do have money. You have money all around you. And she started showing me that I had things that I have to offer people to create the money to eventually publish my book. And all I need to do is get all of those things out to the world. And so I was kind of like, yeah, I've got all this artwork. I have artwork coming out of my ears, ready to go to people. All this light-coated artwork. And it's sitting in a box because my guides had guided me, like all over 2020, my guides had guided me. They said, you need to get prepared because people are going to want these. And then nothing happened. And I just kind of spent all of 2020 like painting them, getting them ready, getting them packaged and everything. And then nothing happened. And they were sitting there and they were gathering dust. So one day I just took everything and I chucked it all into a box. And I said, maybe someday people will want it. But at the moment, I just felt like I gave up on it. And so I haven't really been showing my artwork out to people or showing all those offerings. And so this friend just so happened to have purchased a marketing course from a man who was an artist who he teaches how to sell your artwork online. Right? And she says, I paid for this course and I haven't even done it or looked at it or anything. And so she offered me, she says, I'll give you the passwords for it and you can do the course and you can figure out how to get your artwork out there. So that was given to me like the magic fairy. And that's exactly what I need right now, is that magic fairy. I don't need this other person to put me out into the world yet. I'm not ready to go out into the world yet. And so I had got all this anxiety thinking, oh, I'm in the wrong place and I stopped shining my light and all this kind of stuff. And really, I wouldn't have even been ready for it yet. So that's my wounding. And that's what I've been going through for the last about week and a half to 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, it kicked me. It kicked me. It stretched me. It brought me into places that I didn't really want to be at. I wasn't feeling well because of it. But now I'm better and I'm feeling better. And then so when I was swimming today, my guides, because even though this friend had offered me this course or whatever, I still kind of was like, oh no, you don't have to do that for me or whatever, right? And so when I was swimming today, I was swimming and I was trying to connect with the Lionsgate Portal energy, and I know that it's connected with the beings from Sirius, and I know like there's different Siriuses, so there's Sirius A, Sirius B, and Sirius C, and I was like, show me what I need to be seen, like show me what I need to do to connect to this portal this year and to get the most out of the portal. And I was taken, because I was swimming, I was taken, it was almost like I was in the pool, but I wasn't in the pool. Like there was actually nobody there when I was at the swimming pool today. It was amazing. Usually I have to fight to get a lap lane and everything. So I'm in the lap lane and I'm just swimming, and then my goggles started kind of like putting a fog on it. So like I was just kind of like doing my laps. And as I was doing my laps, I started communing with the mermaids from Sirius B. And then they started showing me, they said you have to take this course for the artwork. You need to contact your friend and say, okay, I will accept this and take this course. And so they were showing me like, okay, this is how you need to use the energy going forward. This energy, you need to go with what you have. So that was what was happening. And then I got this idea. I said, you know what? I didn't think I was going to have enough energy to connect everybody to the Lionsgate Portal like I do. Usually I do a meditation journey and I take everybody into the portal and meet the portal and all this kind of stuff. But I was like, I don't have the energy this year. Well, I do now. And so I am going to now connect to the Lionsgate Portal and the beings that are there. The veil is very thin right now. We're going into, this is the 7th. I know the portal has been open for a couple of weeks and it'll be open. It's always open around, it's actually always open. But right now is when the energy and the veil is the thinnest. And so there's always kind of like downloads and all kinds of things that can be happening for you when you get right close to the portal time. So tomorrow is 8/8, and so I wanted to get this video up to you guys because by the time it gets rendered and stuff, it'll be late on the evening here in Ireland. It'll probably not be till like about 10 o'clock before this actually gets up on my YouTube channel, because I'm going to try to put it on with the subtitles this time. I don't know how it does, but I know it takes longer to upload because if you're trying to have subtitles on it. So I will, it'll be almost like really close to the mark of Lionsgate 8/8. And so I really think it's time for me to just stop talking and connect. I'm going to use my galactic crystal today because I want to connect to the Sirian Beings, and this is my galactic one that was given to me by my friend who actually got this out of the Arkansas mines. And this baby is like a Lemurian crystal, but it's connected for me to the galactic beings. And so I'm going to just hold that while we sit here and connect to the beings that are going to be there at this Lionsgate Portal. I ask with intentions that you help me take the people who are listening to the next level and help them get the most out of the Lionsgate Portal energies. I'm just being shown a bunch of golden light that is shining down on top of us at the moment. Ooh, you know. Ooh, you know. Ooh, ya lu, unashna kaneyalu, anashna kalehiyalu. Lanashna lahina kaya hulaluya. As we start to connect to this energy, I am being shown the three Siriuses, the three planets off to the distance. There's Sirius A, Sirius B, and Sirius C. This is the time of the year that it's very easy for us to connect to these beings and the opportunities that come from the connection. I'm first seeing the beings from Sirius A, and they're humanoid looking, blue in color. They have a blue hue to them. And they're standing here on the other side of the portal with their arms wide open. Greeting. They're greeting everybody, and they're telling me that they're very excited because there's a lot more people coming to the portal this year than there was ever before, which is a good sign because more people are ready for working with the higher energies and the ascension energies that are going to be happening on the earth for the human beings that live on it as they get closer and closer and closer towards their next level of ascension. They're really trying to stress that it's very important to come in ceremony when these special portals arise, to raise your vibration and to match your vibration with the beings that come from the other side of the portal. And while that is all well and good, and they would like to congratulate us on this, they want to remind us not to get lethargic about what we've done and where we are. When we come to these portals and we attune our energy field to the beings from the other side of the portal, it raises our vibration. They teach us tools, energetic tools to help us work through things. And they're expressing that it's just as important to not forget about the times when these portals are not in alignment with the planet. They're always open. And they're stressing that it's very important for the human being to not get lethargic and forget about all of the upgrades that occur for them, and allow themselves to sink back down to the lower vibration that makes it hard for them to move forward. They're showing me that the whole experience that I just had going through this Chiron wounding around what happened wasn't an accident, and it happened right at the beginning of the opening of the portal. To remind me not to give up. Not to give up on my hopes. Not to give up on my dreams. And not to give up on my guides who have my back every step of the way. They give us exactly what we need when we need it. And we give ourselves exactly what we need when we need it. And it doesn't serve human beings to lower their vibration to a point where they become unable to follow through with their missions, their purpose, their life purpose. They're saying that it's no good to come and connect yourself with these vibrations, with these beings, with this portal, if you don't plan on following through with your heart and the desires and the dreams that can come up inside of you. All we need to do is dream the dream. Focus on the dream. Focus on what makes your heart sing. Push away the adversity. Move through it. And if you have to take a day where you feel like it's like a pity party day or a feel sorry for me day, that's okay. Reconnect. Pull your pillar of light back in line. Stand up. Brush yourself off. And get on with life. Get on with the mission. So what they want us to do is they want to use this energy. They want us to use this energy to fill ourselves up and to keep us at a level where we're always following our heart and we're always shining our light out to the world as best as we possibly can. Move through the adversity. Flow, move through the adversity and go forward with your life. And don't allow these activations be the only thing, these activations through the portals, be the only thing that sustains you. Keep the vibration, keep the pillars of light going on. And use this Lionsgate to set the stage and begin to dream. Dream the dream that is closest to your heart, and begin to take the steps and begin to use the tools that have been given to you, and keep yourselves clean and clear and your vibrations as high as possible. And listen to your team, your guides, and you can't go wrong. Go now, dear ones, and experience the Lionsgate Portal in your very own way. It's time to dream in the magic. So, I'm back at the house. The journey to the Lionsgate Portal kind of abruptly got stopped because I had like a huge amount of dogs show up, and then I kind of like fell out of the energy and I wasn't able to finish. So I tried to go back and finish it a little bit, and it was too late. And so I think what I had planned, what they had kind of was showing me, that we were going to go in and you were going to feel the energy of the Lionsgate and get a download. And so I think that that's going to happen for everybody separately from what I was being shown. Everybody's going to separately have their own experience. So this was just kind of like a journey, meet the Sirian Beings, get a little bit of a message from them, and then for you to like spend the Lionsgate in your own way, doing your own thing, is what I was getting from that, because I kept trying to go back, and like then the dogs would show back up again, and it just kept going on. I waited like 30 minutes and they were coming back and forth, and then even when I did do a little bit of the ending, you can hear like all the dogs all over the place. So I was feeling a little bit rushed, so I apologize for that, but the message came out very loud and clear, that they gave to us today. And I think that's why they wanted me to tell the story about what I had been experiencing for the last couple of weeks, so that people could understand where they were coming from with the information. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope everybody has a lovely, wonderful Lionsgate, and it's amazing for you. Sending you lots and lots of love.